Hi guys, my name is Maria and I'm a professional violinist and a violin teacher, and I also teach for Trella app. Today I wanted to give you a few tips on how you can stop your bow from shaking, especially if you're a beginner. Now this can happen at all levels, but it mostly happens to beginners, so I'm only going to address you guys and give you a few things that you have to pay attention to in order to improve your sound overall. So first things first is how you hold your bow is super important. You cannot hold your bow shallow like this and expect that you will be able to control it. It is not possible, you guys. You have to hold the bow a little bit deeper. And by deeper, I mean cover the frog with your two fingers and lean a little bit on the pointy finger. And the leaning has to be in the middle of the finger, not over here like this. Okay, in the middle of the finger. It's very important. That is number one. Number two is the bow direction. If you play and your bow goes sideways like this, of course it's gonna shake, or sideways like this. See, only by changing the side, my bow is already shaking. If I keep the middle and parallel to the bridge, there is no way that my bow is gonna be shaking. Okay, so third thing to pay attention to is how much weight you have after, in the upper half of the bow. So here, the bow is naturally a little bit heavier at the frog. And then from the middle of the bow in the upper half is much lighter. So it's natural that, if you're not putting a little bit of weight on it, it's going to start shaking just because it's lighter. So think about that. Practice open strings. Practice from the frog, and I mean from the frog, from the very beginning of the bow to the very end of the bow, and practice putting a little bit more weight from the upper half and above. From here, a little bit more relaxed. Now, how is this done? What does it mean to have a little bit more weight or less weight? That is done by having strong and flexible fingers. If you check out my Instagram page, you will find a recent video that I did with few exercises for the bow hand, for the fingers of the right hand. And these are very important to do because developing the flexibility of the right hand fingers is super important for bow changes, for string crossing, as well as for putting more or less weight on the bow, which will prevent your bow from shaking and, controlling the direction of the bow and everything. All right, so it's super important that you practice open strings. You practice from the very beginning till the very end of the bow. And it's very important to practice slow. Have patience. Understand that there is no trick that will make you a professional violinist by tomorrow. That's not going to happen. You have to be patient, you have to put in the time, and you have to find enjoyment in the small improvements every day. See you next time.